this. So here's the rest of the tassel. And I do it this way because there are pieces here that I want to be on top of your tassel, and some pieces I want to be on the bottom. So I'm going to take this pink one. This pink one is actually 2 yards, and it's a cotton ribbon. And you have 2 yards of that. So if you want to tone down your pink, then you put less pink. If you want it to have more, you put more. And what you'll do with these is that you will lay them in the order that you want them to appear. I'm going to use it to place these on, and then like that. So I'm just using it. I'm going to use it to tie them together. And so this is the order I think I'm going to put it in. I'm going to go with the whites, and then the pinks, and then this lace. I like this lace. It's pretty. And then I have other laces here. Basically, you have a good 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, probably a good 10 yards of actually other laces here, plus the fabrics there. So there's a lot of little thin laces. And then this is just it's like a very pale pink, and it has a little bit of glimmer to it. So I'm putting that in there. And all I'm doing is putting them over this string so that I could just see what they look like, and I can adjust it. Because I want things to be in a certain order, so I like to place them in a certain order. And I have quite a few things here, because you could see how pretty that looks already, right? And then I have these, the beads, and I want those to be on top. Okay, so here, I'm going to do it sideways so you can see it. Here's the tassel we already did. And on top of that tassel, now we're going to glue this. Now we can actually glue it, but I think I'm going to, you know, the knot that we had, I'm actually going to loosen it just a little. And I'm going to pull that string that I had wrapped everything around right through there. And I'll feel comfortable about how it's attached. Now before I attach it, I'm going to tighten that back up again. I did want to mention to you here that before you start gluing everything on, you may go through and bring forward the colors that you actually want to do. I actually brought forward a lot of these that have these colors in them because I want these colors to show the greens and the blues, and I actually brought a little bit of the pink forward, and then on top of that I placed all the lace spread out the way I wanted it, because we will be gluing on top of this, and I wanted them to show a certain way. Okay, so this is going to go here. The next thing is I have on my thing are these are just 2 beautifully large leaves. I carry these in my shop, I just recently placed them in my shop. I think I put like, I don't remember how much they cost. You really have to go look. But I try not to price things too high. I want to be able to allow people to be able to get some of the things that I find bargains on, and I craft with. See these knots? That's where I'm gonna attach it like that. So I dropped it just a little bit lower. I think I'm gonna go that way because I don't want it covering that. I probably should have put the leaves on first. So maybe you should put the leaves on first. Then you can make sure you lift that enough. And I just might move it because I do want find 2 flowers like this. And I'm going to trim the wires about halfway. And on my wreath, these actually went right here, sticking up. And I will just tack them down because I'm going to place things on top of them. So I'm going to put a little glue just there. Place them like an X in that area, and I can actually move them around a little bit because I am leaving the wire on them. I have other flowers. Let's see, we have these 2, which you can trim them. They're going to go around here. Okay, you'll have 3 of these flowers, and these are going to go right in here. And these will go here. But I have these green leaves also, and I want them to stick out, and they're going to go in last because I do want them to show. Okay. So these are going to be placed just to cover your this little area right here, in any way you want, just so it they have a little small wire on them, but I just bend it down. I'll start with the center one, I think. And place it kind of like on the side there. You could place these flowers and these embellishments that I give you in any way you choose. I am just placing them the way I like them, and I like them like that. And then bringing some green in with these green leaves. So this is why I just put a little glue here, because I do want these leaves underneath that flower right there. That looks cute. But I want this leaf to show also. The other things you still have in your kit are, you have these little bit of butterflies. You'll have a piece of this, and these are just things I put in there so that you can use them in any way you please. You don't necessarily need to use them the way I do, but I am going to put this one the same way I did my other one. And I cut out the butterfly. next thing I want to show you. So you will have one piece that looks like this, and it's not connected with the tassel. It's separate, and this is how I use this. I actually make these myself because I attach flowers, because I purchased them made before and they seem like they're just too loose and I wasn't satisfied with them. And after I used them myself, I thought, oh, they're falling off. And so now I actually do it myself. And this, let me show you over here how I did this. I actually placed them in different places. You can see this. In fact, this is the only thing I still need to make. There's the other flower. Anyway, so this is still so I placed them all around. I'm going to show you how. And you can place them wherever you wish, really. So now these are going to be placed in different places. So I'm going to place this one here, I think. And as you can see, this piece right here, I'm letting it stick out that way. And all I do is I put these on for you onto the, and then I just glue it on. And I liked these because I liked the little green on it. It brings in a little bit of green. And then now you're going to glue the next one, but you decide where you want the beads to go. So, okay, it can go like that. They fall in different places, but you decide where you want to put the flower. So, do you want to put the flower here? Then you have to twist it, maybe, to get it that way. If that's how you want it, you might twist it again and see what happens. See how cute that goes that way? My other one, I placed one about there, so I think I'm going to place this part of the, I don't want to cover this part of the applique, so I'll watch that when I'm putting it on. So you can see how it looks really cute. And you can cut this up or you can leave it like that. So now I'm just looking around, seeing where I might want the next one. And I move it around. I place it here and I look to see what it looks like. And actually that looks really pretty. I think I'm going to glue it right there. So for this one, when I put those on, I placed them 2 here, 2 next to each other, 1 by itself and 2 over here. So you can see that the beads are just along there. See that? And I put 2 together. So now I'm doing it a little different. Okay, so you two decide, do I want to match what I did over there? Look how they're lying right there. Do I like that? You can twist it a couple of times to change the way it looks. Twist it the other way. So you can see that looks gorgeous. And I'm going to actually place it. Yeah, I'm going to place it right here. Let me move those down. I just love this combination. And I actually have something similar, though it doesn't look exactly like this. You will find that with these beaded roses on it, they will always look different because I order these roses already pre-made, and they don't always come the same. Sometimes they're the same, sometimes they're not. So I actually have this price very reasonable in my shop. So if you like these roses, the ones I have are lighter than this, and it doesn't have that same flower, same leaf. It has a piece of ribbon on it. And you may glue like the beads that you just placed that are going around here. You can glue them down, like say I want this right here. I can just put some glue on it so it stays right there. Okay, so say I want this one down, do the same thing, little glue, stick it down. Okay, this one looks fine. Okay, so far that's what we have. Now you can clean it up. And next. Okay, so you can go ahead, take this and just trim this up if you wish. I think the other one I trimmed it a little. It's up to you. You don't need to trim it. You can leave it on nice and shabby. I'm just going to do both sides since I already did that as an example to you. You do want to take your tassel and take the time to make it the lengths that you think will be attractive. Something like this wide lace here, you can cut it so that it has like a finished edge. I don't think there's anything in here that doesn't that's gonna fray too much more. This pink one, I realized that it actually has a nice curl. If you actually curl it, look how cute that looks. It's a pink fabric, but it has a beautiful curl on it, so that will actually bring it out. I do have one more embellishment that I placed in your bag, and it's this gorgeous cameo. I carry these in my shop, and because I'm going to use it as a center, I'm going to remove with just some wire cutters this circle. You can leave this on, and you can use this as a pendant. You don't not need to put it on your but I like to take it off. And the place that I made for it is that the pink flower, I actually designed it in such a way that it will open and you'll actually see a little hole there, the effect of what it would look like. But that is up to you. You can use it for any way you wish. And if you want more of these, I do have them in my shop. I sell some I sell in the setting, and some of them I actually sell separate from the setting, so I could for those of you who want choices. I fluff all this up, and I like the shabby look of it, but you can certainly straighten it out a little more. And that's, to me, this is supposed to be shabby. If you want it even more shabby, you can take all of these and tatter them more, or you could have tattered them before also. And it has a beautiful lacy tassel, and you're probably wondering, what do I do with this one piece of lace? The reason I put this one is because I decided, we could have done this before also, but that I would give you a piece of lace that you can actually add to the back. Let me show you how I did it on the other one. And I thought it just helped it to keep it together. You can see I placed it all along the edge on the back. So, and what I did is I just placed it right here on the knots. So straighten it all up, and if you wish, I found that I needed to add the glue, put the glue on the actual lace. That's all I did. I just placed it here. Thought it was a nice way of finishing up the back, and at the same time making sure if you feel like you want to give it a little more support. This is Liz with Crafty Devotion. I hope you were inspired today. You can visit my shop if you're interested in purchasing a kit. I will place a link in the description box. You'll find me on Facebook, Etsy, and of course YouTube, where I give you a lot of tutorials. And I'll talk to you next time.